Let's summarize last week's massive recruiting weekend, who committed, who is likely to commit soon, and what do all the signs for Julian Lewis point to. The college football world explodes into hate after Colorado's rating reveal in College Football 25, plus more, all coming at you next.
Give me my theme music!
What's up, everyone, and welcome to Buffs News Weekly, your only weekly recap of all Colorado football news. I am your host, Russ Dornish. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe to show your support for our channel and what we do. For now, let's jump right in. Our first story of the week goes back to last weekend's recruiting visits and what has come from those visits, concluding as we have had 2 commits this past week, and the rest of the players who visited seem to be trending towards a commitment here in the future. First up is the big success of the weekend so far, with 4-star inside O-line Chauncey Gooden committing to the Buffs. The 6'4", 320-pound guard ranks as the 10th overall guard in the class and the 3rd ranked recruit in his home state of Tennessee. Gooden has been jumping up the recruiting charts and could even see those rankings go higher after his senior year of high school concludes this fall. After his commitment, Chauncey took to Instagram to say that anyone offered by Colorado, look out because he was coming for them. Chauncey has already been seen commenting and posting for other recruits to help Colorado grow that 2025 class. As for where Chauncey fits, Colorado was able to grow their offensive line depth this last offseason, and surprisingly to most people out there, nearly the entire starting line for this upcoming season has multiple years of eligibility. Now, the projected O-line starters include true freshman Jordan Seaton, guard Tyler Brown, center Hank Zelinkus, guard Myers, and right tackle Khalil Benson. That leaves potentially 1 guard position with Myers going to the NFL, possibly 2 if Tyler Brown jumps early to the NFL as well, meaning that Gooden has his sights set on a starting spot as a true freshman. And if the tape of Gooden is any indication, he very well could be ready to go next season. Our other commit came in the form of 6'8", 350-pound Jay Gardenhire out of Michigan. Gardenhire actually comes via the same school as Colorado freshman Brandon Davis Swain. Gardenhire is a latecomer to football who has shows flashes of athleticism with a massive frame. Gardenhire projects to be a developmental piece that offensive line coach Phil Lodeholt has said reminds him of himself. I have no doubt that this strength staff and coaching staff can mold Gardenhire into an absolute animal on the offensive line. That brings our 2025 class to a total of 5 commits, with the expectation that we should be seeing anywhere from 10 to 15 when it is all said and done. As for the other players on the visit and what they might be doing soon, the 2 receivers on the trip seem to be trending to committing to Colorado soon. First up is 4-star receiver out of Texas, Quinnell X. Farrakhan Jr., who is set to commit July 13th. Again, all signs point to his commitment to Colorado because since his visit, his posts have seemingly all been about Colorado, and he has been seen commenting on Colorado players and potential Colorado commit social media accounts. Cornell could have a very good case at Colorado to see some early playing time, similar to last year when true freshman Omarion Miller made an impact on the offense. With Colorado set to lose its potential starting receivers to the NFL, including Travis Hunter, Will Shepard, LeJounte Wester, and Jimmy Horn. Colorado will, however, be returning Omarion Miller, Cordale Russell, Terrell Timmons Jr., and incoming freshmen Draylon Miller and Cam Michael. So, wide receiver will be a continued recruiting target, both for high school and transfers going into next season. The other visitor that seems to be trending in Colorado's favor is the other receiver on that visit, recent 3-star Evan Haynes out of Roswell, Georgia. Continuing the trend of Georgia boys on the roster, Haynes looks set to commit to Colorado as he has been very positive about the visit and continues to show support for Colorado all over social media. No commitment date has been set, but again, it seems that Haynes would be a great fit in Colorado. Haynes just recently got to 3 stars on most recruiting sites and could see that grow after his upcoming senior season. Finally, the player that everyone is watching so closely is, of course, #1 player in the 2025 class, Julian Lewis. We of course covered Lewis's visit on last week's video, but more information has come out and subtle hints and posts have also led a lot of people to believe that Colorado could be the front runner for his services. Now, we here at Buffs News Weekly post this weekly video with the intention of following facts and not opinions. So if you want to hear my opinion on the whole subject, check out our live stream I did with David Talks Buffs this past Thursday. But for now, I want to lay out the facts that we have seen so far and how that could possibly hint at a big-time commitment in Julian Lewis coming Colorado's way. First up, this week saw Lewis continue on to more football camps, and while throwing at his most recent camp, Lewis was seen wearing the infamous Colorado towel that he seems to train a lot in and has been spotted multiple times during his trainings. Then, yesterday, Friday, Lewis posted a picture from a presumed vacation after a super busy couple of weeks, and in the photo is seen a pair of Colorado shorts being worn by Lewis. Now, the question is, could Lewis be trolling the Buffs while wearing these? That remains to be seen. However, we did see similar actions from Jordan Seaton last fall before he ended up committing to Colorado. The other interesting bit of info is we have yet to see much in the form of any visit videos for any of our commits, with the only exception being Chauncey Gooden, who posted his visit video as his commitment video. Now, we know the media team at CU did put together videos for all of the visitors, but this is the longest we have gone without seeing any of the visit videos posted after a big official visit weekend, having been already over a week since the visit concluded. Now, Lewis has stated he wanted to shut down his recruitment before his high school season so that he can focus on that and not where he is going. But of course, so far, nothing has come from his camp, and he has still remained committed to USC as of the moment that I record this video. With this being such a fluid situation, it seems with more news dropping every day that you should be following us on X, formerly Twitter, at Buffs News Weekly, and that you subscribe to our channel so that you know when the news hits. Now, if Julian Lewis commits, you can bet you will see us go live on our YouTube channel as soon as it happens, so stay tuned. Moving on to some interesting NCAA news that will be a massive change in the positive for Colorado. The NCAA finally voted to allow any and all school staff to provide technical instruction both at practice and on game days. Prior to this, you either had to be a staff assistant coach or a graduate assistant to do so. This is huge for Coach Prime in Colorado, as it allows analysts that Coach Prime has brought in to now work directly with the team on the field. This includes staff like George Hegeman and Tommy Robinson to have a hands-on approach. It could also mean that Coach Prime could look to add to the staff in some smaller part-time roles with ex-teammates. Earlier this offseason in a video, Coach Prime made a comment about this potential rule change and that he would be using the heck out of it to bring in experienced NFL players to help work with the different position. Could we see Chad Ochocinco, Ed Reed, or Terrell Owens get small jobs with the team that would allow them to coach more hands-on with the players? We will find out soon enough, I am sure. Now, the other big news of the week that saw the college football world absolutely blow up was EA Sports College Football 25 announcing its top offenses, top defenses, and overall top teams for the upcoming game, which does release soon. The part that had everyone seething in anger was, of course, Colorado, who saw themselves ranked 8th in offense and 20th on defense, putting them as the 16th best overall team in the game. Now, when posting about these ratings, EA did detail what went into the ratings, and they stated that, quote, the development team meticulously examined hundreds of thousands of data points to arrive at our team power rankings. With help from our friends at Pro Football Focus, the team analyzed all 134 rosters, thousands of players, years worth of game film, and mountains of stats, ultimately arriving at our team power rankings. So many comments on the rankings were showing stats and information about Colorado from last year's team. These comments completely ignored the fact that Colorado turned over a ton of the roster, while also bringing back 77% of their production from a year ago. When examining the players they brought in and their PFF scores, we can also see that Colorado brought in a ton of highly graded players, which EA used as a big part of their ratings. So, based on these two things, when you look at the ratings from PFF for Colorado's team, on paper, they have built quite the roster. These video game ratings are based off of exactly that, the team on paper. Of course, EA will update rosters, and if Colorado doesn't perform, they will drop. But again, if they play to their potential, Colorado should have a good team for the upcoming season based on their ratings alone for each player. For example, Preston Hodge, who they brought in to play corner, has a 90 PFF grade and was one of the highest graded transfers in the entire class. Now, the video game releases on July 19th with the Deluxe and MVP editions getting to play on July 16th. So, join us for a weekly live stream right here on YouTube as we do an online Colorado Dynasty that the viewers at home will help with making all of our important decisions. I'll see you there. That's all for this week. Of course, drop a like on your way out, comment, and subscribe to know when we upload and go live. Until next time, I'm Russ Dornish for Buffs News Weekly. Go Buffs!
Give me my theme music!